Welcome back to Aaron and Ellie on Kirby Drive. Today is Friday, November 21st, 2025. And
And
the Houston Texans have topped the Buffalo Bills 23 to 19. Mills Mafia over Bills Mafia.
Mills Mafia, dominant.
Unbelievable game.
I mean, there were so many times in the game where I was like, it's over. It's over. Like, we're going to lose again on national television in the most embarrassing way possible.
Yeah.
Like, because that's just our MO. Like, we always, especially on national television, find the most embarrassing way to lose, or we find a way to look the most incompetent. And then people judge our team based off of what they see, which is fair because we have looked very incompetent.
Yeah.
But this game, slightly less so.
Yeah, I think even less so than the score indicates, right? Like the final score, the Texans kind of turtled in the second half. Like they just stopped playing offense, which they usually, like, again, they scored 23 points, which I feel like last year was their mark.
Right.
They hit 23 and they just stopped playing football.
Right.
But they hit 23 points and the offense went into shell mode. They didn't pass the ball anymore. That was it. I think they had 32 yards offense in the second half.
They're
But I
playing
mean,
very, like...
very conservative.
Very conservatively, yeah.
Yeah. But I think, like, the thing that we can take away from this game, like, the final score is not entirely indicative of the way that this game went. Because the Texans, we came on here on Thursday and said, wow, if we can steal one from the Bills on Thursday, that would be incredible.
We would be set up for success. That would be crazy if we could just, like, somehow sneak out with a win on this one.
Yeah. And for most of the game, the Houston Texans were the better team on the football field.
Dominated the Bills. Made the offense look incredibly stupid.
Yeah.
We own Josh Allen.
It is so strange because every time you see a stat, like the Texans go play the Vikings, it's like, oh, did you know the Texans have actually never won in Minnesota? Then you go next week and play the Ravens, and it's like, oh, did you know the Texans have never won in Baltimore ever? It is so hilarious to me that when Josh Allen comes to Houston, it's like, oh, did you know Josh Allen's never won in Houston in his entire career?
Yeah.
Josh Allen is now 0-4 in Houston. The Texans have now won 6 in a row against the Bills at home.
Yep.
They're 7-2 against the Bills in their last 9 games overall, including that playoff game where they came back from down 16-0
Yep.
to advance to blow a 24-0 lead to the Chiefs.
We love a good comeback.
Both ways in that offseason or postseason. Oh, but yeah, I mean, like, the Bills did a lot of their damage on 4 big plays, really. There was the first drive where James Cook just kind of took a third down and inches carry,
Yeah.
kind of just fell apart, and he went 50 yards for the score.
Yeah. And it was, at that point, I was like, this is not a good pace for the game. In the back of my head, like, I don't know. I'm very pessimistic when I'm at the games because I don't like to get myself excited until I, like, can more than 50% be sure that we could win it. So I'm like, this is going to be terrible. This is going to be awful. We're going to get, like 40 scored on our heads. Like, if this is what our, like, top defense is showing they're going to put up, like, do today, then this is going to be a disaster anytime that they're on offense.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I think that I was pretty down about it, too, at that point. The only thing that gave me hope is that we made it hard for the Bills to get, I think they had to convert, like, 3 third downs and a 4th down on that drive.
yeah.
Before, hey, it happens. Sometimes when you're selling out to stop a third down and inches play, if they get past your first wave of defenders, there's nobody in the back to help, you know?
Yeah.
So it happens. You don't like to see it happen, but it happens.
But it happens.
You know?
And then they don't get the extra point scored. Just remember that for later.
Yes. The Texans, Matt Prater misses the extra point, and the Texans get the ball back, and they just start.
Jalen Noel sets us up really well with the punt return, as he does.
And then the Texans just somehow took it to the Bills on offense.
Yeah.
They drove down the field just running the ball down their face. Davis Mills had a couple good throws. There were a couple throws that he missed that we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
But, you know, Davis Mills in the first half certainly looked like he was in control of this game. The Bills didn't have any answers. Like, even though we got stopped again in the red zone on that first drive and had to kick a field goal.
Ugh, and I just knew once, like, Woody almost had it. And if you're from behind the 10 and you don't make it to the end zone, we're not scoring. Like, 9 times out of 10, that's not going to be the case. Like, if you make it past the 10, you have to go all the way to the end zone,
Yeah.
or else we are toast. Like, we're terrible on the 10-yard line and inside.
Yeah.
Essentially the whole red zone, but especially the 10-yard line.
Yeah. But, even though we didn't score a touchdown, that drive gave me confidence that they were not going to be able to stop the Texans on offense. And they really weren't. And then the defense got to work. And they started to force the old Josh Allen out of Josh Allen, where he just started mashing the controller buttons.
Just anything, trying to do anything and everything.
Yeah.
And his first sack was a really, it caught him from behind. Will Anderson's first sack of the night, and I think Josh Allen's first sack.
It wasn't technically a sack, but yeah.
Tackle.
He went forward. But
Okay, never mind. Whatever. Tackle.
Yeah.
But really, and then Josh Allen was flailing on the field, legs flailing, grabbing his arm, you thought that he'd broken his bones were out of his body.
Oh, I thought he was done for the night.
Yeah, no, we were all of us were this is bad. This is gonna be really bad.
Yeah.
And then he freaking gets up and then doesn't even go to the medical tent.
Yeah, just walks to the sideline
Or
and is fine.
Okay, drama queen.
Yeah.
I'm tired of if you're hurt, I'm gonna respect that, of course. And be sad that you got hurt because that's terrible. But if you're just gonna put up a show to put up a show, leave, like you said, leave that to your wife.
Yeah.
She's the actress.
Someone needs to tell Josh Allen that his wife is the actor in the family, not him. Either that or he needs to start going out for roles too.
Maybe so.
Because
He's got enough commercials to do so.
There was that moment where he was literally kicking and screaming on the floor and then just was completely fine. And then there was a moment in our end zone, they were driving that way away from us. And I don't know who it was who barely touched
tapped him
after he threw the ball away, and he fully flopped backwards. I did see something where the NFL was considering adding a penalty for flopping, and someone had just hypercut a reel of just Josh Allen doing that a million times. I'm just all right, man, that's enough.
Yeah. You're the problem. Stop. Please stop.
Yeah.
You have to be able to take the heat of what comes with you being all crazy and running around all over the place. You can't just do that and not be held responsible for the consequences of that.
Yeah. But, like I said, the defense started to really get to him, force him into that mode. The Texans went down, got a score, forced a horrible throw by Josh Allen. I don't know what he was thinking.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he was trying to get the ball to Khalil Shakir, but, Aziz was standing right there. There was another corner, I think it was Kamari in coverage, and then Kalen Bullock was behind the play as well.
Yeah.
And Aziz just tipped it in the air, and Kalen Bullock took it back for a touchdown that ended up getting called back.
Yeah, because, I don't know, someone on the Bills, apparently someone on the Bills, switched directions kind of abruptly. The defender on the Texans was already kind of, about to tackle, and then it just looked like a really bad block from behind.
Yeah.
Which it looked pretty egregious from the playback.
Yeah, I could tell. Okay. You could see it because it's Dawson Knox. He's standing there and he's running towards Derek Barnett, and then at the last second, he kind of turns, and Derek Barnett's already got his hands out, and he taps him, and he falls forward, and then he just kind of pulls his hands off, but it's too late.
Ugh.
I think it probably should have been called a block in the back. I don't know if it was blindside. He wasn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess technically he was facing the line of scrimmage, but I don't know. It was a little soft.
Yeah.
It just looked worse than it was.
Especially for some of the stuff that they let go for us.
Yeah. And then the Texans, again, can't score. Obviously, they kick another field goal.
Yeah.
And that's whenever the Bills did their next big bit of damage because we kicked off after that.
Oh, yeah.
And
that
they
was rough.
took a big collision in the middle of the kickoff return, and all of a sudden, Ray Davis is just spinning free. And nobody's there to stop him.
It looked like he was down, and then all of a sudden, someone's running for the end zone. You're like, what?
Yeah.
How did that even happen?
Just,
and then
completely sucked the air out of the stadium.
Oh my gosh, it was so disappointing.
Because you go and it was just it was a horrible 10-point swing of okay, we go and we were gonna score. We scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
The points come off the board.
Right.
We have to kick a field goal. And then you kick off after that, and you give up 7 points right away. And it's
right away.
Man,
okay, well.
It's you're only going to be able to score so many points, and when you give them 7 for free like that, it hurts.
It hurts really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, the punt return touchdowns always hurt.
Yeah. But, I mean, credit to Davis Mills and the Texans offense. Like, they got the ball back, drove down the field, and with like 8 seconds left, found Jaden Higgins, who is figuring it out.
He's figuring it out. I mean, he's a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some rookies, I don't know. Not that Jaden Higgins is like slow to catch on. He's a lot of pressure on him to be like one of our main receivers. I mean, he's a starting receiver for our team. You know, he's got Nico Collins beside him to like compare to, you know? It's a lot of pressure. But he's just learning a lot of like NFL stuff, like how to get your toes in bounds and like how to like move your body to where it like, you know, like I don't know, is to your advantage instead of like, oh, like I'm going to see if I can just maybe like as long as I just get a toe down, it's like, well, you got to be aware of like where your feet are.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. He's really trying, and he did well tonight. Like overall he did well tonight.
He came up huge when we needed him.
Exactly.
He caught that touchdown at the end of the half again. Like he didn't get his feet down like you said the play before. He came right back and got it back. There was one play where he was running wide open, and
that was so sad.
There was just a miscommunication between what Davis Mills expected him to do and what he actually ended up doing. He was like tripping and stumbling, and there was literally nobody on his side of the field. And
it was so sad.
Just couldn't get it connected.
Yeah.
And that's something that I think they'll clean up. The body control stuff, hopefully they can work on in the offseason, but I think it'll be really good if he can get that down.
Yeah.
But yeah, against all odds, the Texans went into halftime up, 19 or 20 to 16, something like that. And then they kept, they kept fighting, kept the Bills down for a while. The offense again went into shell mode. They just stopped playing.
Yeah.
And then that was when Kirby, what are you doing? Okay. And then it came to the fourth quarter when they really, really, really just stopped gaining yards. Like they stopped getting first downs. It was just on and off the field.
Yeah, which is like the usual Texans that we're used to seeing.
Yeah.
So.
And that was whenever the cracks started to show up in the defense. The two other big plays that the Bills had, there was the drive that they got their last points on, the field goal, where we had them backed up like third down and forever. And the Texans sent an all-out blitz, and Khalil Shakir leaks out to the right side, and just nobody's home. And then 3 straight defenders go over there with him pinned to the sideline, and he manages to break all their ankles.
Yeah.
It was just demoralizing to be like, okay, we're about to make them punt with like 5 minutes left.
Yeah. It was always like the most intense moments, like third and like forever, fourth and forever towards like the end of the fourth quarter. And then just like, this is how it happens every time. And we've talked about this week to week. Like we always blow it in these high pressure situations at the end of the game. Like somehow, some way, we just like, the defense just, that's where they fall apart. It's like, oh, guys, come on. Like, we're so close.
Yeah.
I know that you're having to do all the work anyways and win us these games, but, like, come on.
Yeah, I think a lot of that comes from, like, if you put them in that situation 6 times in a row to end a game, they're going to mess up on one, more than likely. You know?
Right. They're trying their best.
Yeah.
And they're doing really well.
Yeah. And so that was big play number 3, where they ended up getting a field goal on that drive. And then Josh Allen broke for another scramble on third down or something like that.
It was like third down, like 26
Yeah.
or something. Or it was like 4th and 26 or something like that.
It wasn't fourth down yet, but it was something like third down, I think.
Backbreaking.
Yeah, he gets the first down. You thought that was going to be the most backbreaking play of the night. They end up sacking him like twice or something like that. And we have them 4th down and 27 with 1:09 left to go. The game's over.
Yeah.
You have your prevent defense on the field, or you should. You just rally to the ball carrier and make the tackle,
Yeah, because they probably think that he's going to run.
Or just, try and throw a screen, get blockers in front, or start doing laterals or whatever, like running around. But what they actually did was just a classic hook and ladder, just throw it to one guy, pitch it back to Khalil Shakir, ran for like 30 yards after that.
Yeah, that was horrible. We're lucky that wasn't a touchdown.
Yeah, honestly. But I mean, like, you want to talk about feeling defeated in that moment. It was like, okay, this is the game right here. Like, we get to stop and the game's over.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, like, horror of horrors, he's running free to somehow pick up this first down on 4th down and 27. How do you let that happen?
Yeah.
How do you get up from that, you know? Because, like, obviously I'm not an NFL player. I don't have the mental resolve of that. But, I sit there and I'm like, that's it.
Yeah.
How do you stop? Like, how do you not score when you get something like that done on your end,
Right.
And credit to the Texans. I mean, like, this entire season, really, the Jaguars game, the Titans game, just coming back from their 0-3 start,
Yeah.
the epitome of getting off the mat.
Literally.
Because that kickoff return, punch to the gut.
Huge.
And you had to pick yourself up and go down the field and score before halftime. This 4th down and 27, back-breaking, devastating.
Yeah.
How do you recover from that? And they do.
They do. Yeah. They just get back up and like, all right, well, next play.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new play. And it's like, gosh, I don't know. Like, it's so much of the mental goes into that.
Yeah.
Because you can just give up and be like, yeah, well, that sucked. So, good night, everyone.
Yeah.
Turn the lights out before you go.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it would have been the most Texans loss of all time, but they refused to let it happen.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just incredible. All respect to this team because it was not easy. I'm sure it wasn't easy. You're gassed, you're winded, and you give up this huge play in a game you thought you'd won. And, it just feels like the same thing that's happened so many times before. And then, oh, man. I just can't get over that feeling of watching him get that first down and thinking the sky is falling now.
Literally, yeah. It was super rough. But I don't know. Like, you just think the whole time, like, I don't know. Like, our defense is very good up front, had been very good up front all night long.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like, we need another interception. Like, we just need something to where, like, they're not given another chance to, like, to get another down.
Yeah.
Because, like, every time we get into 3rd down, we get into 4th down, we're almost there. Okay, restart. Now, defense, you have to get it again to 3rd down, to 4th down. Because they're desperate. They're going to do anything to win this game.
Yeah.
And, like, that has got to be so, like, deflating as the defense. Like, okay, 3rd or 4th and forever. We got it.
Mm-hmm.
No, restart.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, that's so frustrating. And, like, I knew it had to end with an interception or else they wouldn't give up.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, the Bills were running out of time anyways. But, sure enough, Kalen Bullock, again, boom, interception to end it.
I don't really know what happened on that second interception. I need to go back and watch it again.
I was just too wrapped up in the moment. I don't even know what happened. All I know is that Josh Allen threw I knew that it was a bad pass when I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I saw that Caitlin intercepted it, and I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, it was going nowhere anyway. It was 4th down.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what?
It was a weird throw. That's all I remember.
Yeah, I saw him break the pocket, and, like, there was pressure immediately, which there was all night. But it was just like he kind of was rolling to his left, and then all of a sudden this just, like, little floater just came out of his hand, and I was like, what's happening? And then, like, they threw a flag, and I was like, okay, surely.
Oh, that was also, like, heart-stopping.
Yeah.
Like, we thought the game was over again. And then there's a flag, and we're like, crap.
Yeah.
It's not over.
Yeah. And, like, luckily, like, I had seen the people say offensive pass interference, like, their initial call. Otherwise, I would have been panicking because they did give a long pause between pass interference and then telling us who it was on.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It was a weird interception, but it was, again, just like a moment where the Texans defense stood up. And I think I was telling you about, like, because they were talking a lot about during the broadcast that we just watched, like, the first quarter of, about the 2019 playoff game where they went up 16-0 on the Texans. The Texans probably should have lost that game if they would have just, like...
Should have lost a lot of these games.
If they hadn't just, like, given them back that kickoff that they just kind of, like, tossed to the ref and then the Bills recovered in the end zone.
Yeah.
But I remember specifically sitting there, the first touchdown that the Bills scored was that John Brown pass to Josh Allen. And...
Crazy.
On the play before that was like a ridiculous, like, I don't know if it was a wildcat handoff to Josh Allen or something else, but it was something else freaky where, like, Josh Allen ended up running for like 30 yards, and then John Brown threw a touchdown pass to Josh Allen.
Yeah.
And I just looked at my dad and I was like, at some point, they're gonna have to line up and play football.
Yeah.
You don't have an endless bag of trick plays.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't beat the Texans straight up.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but you can't.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not that hard.
And it was the same way again today, where like, yeah, it's a backbreaker on this like hook and ladder, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately for you, you were only at the 30-yard line. You still had to line up, and you still had to play football against the Houston Texans.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, you could not do it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I have all the respect in the world for Josh Allen sometimes, right? Like when he's flopping around and when he's crying.
I do
don't.
not.
But like, I think he's a really good football player.
Yeah. I mean, he's the MVP.
Yeah.
You know, or last year's MVP. And I mean, like, there's a reason why. Like, he is just really creative with the way that he plays. He has to, like, call a bajillion audibles. Like, he has to work with, like, the offense that he has, even though, like, half his offense is, like, either, like, falling apart or not there or, like, just kind of trying to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, that's hard to do. And be, 7-4 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's hard to do. But we kind of whooped him this game.
I mean, we own him.
We own him.
That's the fact.
I can respect him and also...
And say we own him.
And say we own him.
And to the Bills Mafia fans who were there in the stadium, why do you keep buying tickets? Also, is there industry in Buffalo? Like, are there jobs there?
I guess. I
with
don't know.
insane benefits? How do you have the time off and the money to fly out to Houston on a Thursday, by the way?
Yeah, I don't know.
This wasn't like a Sunday afternoon game where you're like, oh, I'll fly back tonight.
I don't know. Maybe they lived here.
I don't know. Maybe. I guess all of them might have, but...
They weren't the worst fan. I thought they would be the worst fan base that we sat with.
Well, because they were getting belt to ass the entire time. Like, they had a couple big... Like I said, they had those four big plays where they got to cheer and do their "Let's go Buffalo" or whatever bullshit chant they were doing.
Hey.
Yeah. And then they sat down and they got their ass beat and they took it.
I was like...
They took it like a good little boy and they got their ass beat. Belt to ass for, say, 59 minutes and 24 seconds.
Yeah.
So, again, the score was a lot closer than the game felt at times.
Yeah.
And the only thing you could feel as a Texans fan was exasperation because it's like, we should be beating their ass right now.
Yeah, this should be like a 40-20 game.
Yeah.
But our offense has its own struggles, so it sucks. But yeah, Davis Mills is 3-0 in games that he has started.
Yeah.
And I don't know, he's got that clutch gene.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's really cool. You hear everyone talk about, like, he's been waiting his turn. Like, he's been, like, just, like, practicing and being there for the team and, like, being, like, right along with the team, whatever they need. And now he's in this position where he, like, steps up and has to be the leader for the team. And he's done a really, like, excellent job doing that and has really stepped up to the plate in a really big way. So, and a lot of people are saying, like, Davis Mills over CJ Stroud.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, if you want to feel even better about this one tonight, one of my close friends is a Colts fan. He was coping so hard. He was, like, just trying to pitch, like, the Davis Mills, CJ Stroud quarterback controversy as, like, his only takeaway from this game. And I was like, it's a crazy world where you have to go to, like, actually winning is a bad thing for you. But I don't know. So if you're a Texans fan, just know the Colts are worried, and we'll talk about why they should be in a second. But, yeah, I think hats off to Davis Mills. He is just, I think, sneaky one of the guys who, when you look back at, like, your life as, like, a Texans fan, he'll be one that you remember forever. Because, like, he could be gone. He could have left a long time ago.
Oh, there was talk about him being traded this offseason.
Yeah, every offseason. I mean, like, the Texans have extended him with 1-year contracts every single year the last 2 years, I think. I mean, he started 26-something games for this team. And, it didn't go the way that he probably wanted it to go, wins and losses wise. I don't know about his touchdown-interception ratio off the top of my head. I don't think it's as bad as you would imagine.
It's atrocious, yeah.
He played some good ball here in Houston. And when he lost his job, you almost never see guys just say, okay, yeah, I'll just hang out. I'll just kick it here if it's cool with y'all,
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, I'll either try and go latch on somewhere else, or like I'm just gonna go be a backup somewhere else
Right.
because I don't need like you might take it personal that you got replaced. They just might not want you around. But something about Davis Mills, they're like, we're gonna keep you around.
Yeah, I think they like who he is as a person, and they say like we can teach the football part
Mm-hmm.
to the point that we need to,
Yeah.
but you can't teach. And the Texans are very big about character, like
Mhm.
very big about character and culture, and I think that Davis Mills like character speaks a lot about who he is as a player and the culture that he creates when he does get chances to lead,
Mm-hmm.
like, are what the Texans like are going for.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I think that they really try to keep him around as a backup.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think Davis Mills knows that, like, you know, he had his chance to start. He, you know, is getting a taste of what it's like,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And I think that he knows that he's, like, more backup caliber, but he's one of the best backups in the league,
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't be the best backup in the league.
Yeah. So, I mean...
3-0 this season. I think he's got 6 total touchdowns and only 1 interception.
Mm-hmm.
He's played all right. You know, like...
Right. Like, tonight wasn't, like, super. Like, he wasn't like, oh my gosh, like, it's Patrick Mahomes out there. Like, it's Josh Allen out there.
Mm.
Certainly not tonight.
Yeah.
And, like, but I mean, like, he does what he has to do to win games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're not asking for, like, blowout games, like, trying to, like, show off all the stuff you got, like, in the arsenal, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, just do what you gotta do, get in, get out.
Yeah.
You know? And that's the job of a backup, and he does it really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
So I have I don't know. I've respected him all this season,
Mm-hmm.
and like I've always respected him. I just like he's very stoic.
Yeah.
I think that's like a part of like just kind of how he runs things.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't get overly emotional, which is totally fine. You know, if that's the type of person you are, you like to keep your cool.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't know. Like, I got scared whenever they were talking about trading him this past offseason, but now I'd be really scared to lose him
Mm-hmm.
just because of, like, what he is to our team.
Yeah.
So, but,
Yeah.
yeah. But he did well tonight. There were a few passes where it was like, he probably shouldn't have done that. Like, oh, no, scary, I think it's going to be intercepted. And then, like, another one, like, again, the one to Jaden Higgins where they just weren't like connecting, and it was like, what are we doing? What are we running? And then just throw it. Oh, you're I don't even know. Like, let's try that again.
Yeah.
So, what you're gonna get? You haven't practiced with this team like all off season.
Yeah.
The starting team, at least consistently.
Yeah, I think that there were definitely some throws that he would probably want back. He ended up finishing like 16 of 30 for 153 yards and 2 touchdowns, but all that game in the first half. So it wasn't like he lit up the scoreboard. And I think that like something that I'm very excited for is to see how CJ Stroud performs in this offense.
Mm-hmm.
Because the sneaky thing that has been developing on the side, and maybe that, I don't know, before I get into that, I'll just shut down the talks of like Davis Mills will remain starting for this year. He won't.
And he won't.
He won't. And like, you're also not going to make me speak poorly of Davis Mills to justify that point, right?
Right.
Like I said, he is carved out a place in this Texans story, like the legacy of the Texans, in such a unique way that like no one will ever be able to take that away from him ever. But it's clear that he is like good enough to win you a couple games, but you don't want to. You know, CJ Stroud is the one you brought in to be transcendental. You know? Like, I don't know. Like, there's a couple throws today where you think maybe CJ Stroud will make those throws, you know?
Right. Like the deeper throws, you're like, usually CJ has those.
Yeah. Especially like that corner to Dalton Schultz that he missed.
Yeah.
That's signature CJ Stroud, you know?
Like
Dalton
he gets
Schultz
those
running to
throws all the time. Yeah, we've seen those this season.
Yeah. Like, there are things that Davis Mills is doing well that I don't see why CJ Stroud wouldn't do. And I think the secret to all of this, right, like the way that the Texans offense has looked more competent the last couple of weeks, is that the offensive line is figuring it out.
Right.
The offense as a whole is getting better. You
No
know?
sacks tonight.
Yeah, 0 sacks tonight. Got close a couple times, but, you know, outside of 1 or 2 throwaways, you know. The offensive line is holding up. They're getting better at running the ball. I don't think they're ever going to be a team that can run the ball inside
No.
in the red zone.
No.
So we need to give up on that.
We need to stop doing that, Nick Cayley. Please stop calling that play.
But, like, I think that when you take a broader look at this thing, right, and you don't just try and, like, rage bait people online to be like, actually, Davis Mills should start, you know? I think you look at the way that C.J. Stroud was playing in the 49ers game and then the first half of the Broncos game, and then you combine that with the way the offensive line has been playing, even before, like, because the 49ers game, they didn't allow any sacks either.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I don't know how many they allowed against Denver. That would have been excusable, though.
Right.
Because it's Denver.
Yeah.
Jaguars, none or one, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Titans, I don't know. Maybe one, but probably none.
Yeah.
You know? And these are teams with not great pass rushes, but when you look at the way that CJ was getting sacked last year and, like, the way that the offensive line was dysfunctional earlier this season, even the Titans game, like, that was, like, a huge example of, like, what the hell is going on? Like, that one, like, nanosecond sack that Jeffrey Simmons had.
Yeah.
Where it's just kind of like, what is going on here?
Right.
You know? I think that the offense is improving as a whole, and that makes it easier for Davis Mills to do his job well enough to win games. Because I think that's, outside of the fourth quarter of the Jaguars, like, I don't think you're going to describe what he's done as more than that.
Yeah.
Like, a 3-point win over the Titans is not, like, if CJ
Not
Stroud, like,
groundbreaking.
let's rephrase this and say if CJ Stroud would have done that, would you be happy with his performance? No.
No.
So
if we're using the same bar, guys.
Yeah.
Like if CJ's stat line was 16 of 30, 153 yards and 2 touchdowns, which has happened before, would you be happy? No, because you weren't happy when that was his stat line.
Yeah.
So
the bar no longer is what it is for Davis Mills if you want to get into the conversation of, like, okay, he's going to be your starter.
He's our franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Then this is no longer, like, it's...
Obviously, it's going to be the one that we brought in to be our franchise quarterback. There's a reason that we brought him in as a rookie and then still, while having still had Davis Mills, be like, yeah, we're going to put CJ in as a rookie to run this team, you know? So we love Davis, love who he is to the team, love all that he's been able to do for us these past 3 games.
And if we win anything of significance, he will be a major part of that story.
Huge.
Yeah.
Couldn't have done it without him. Those are 3 wins.
He saved the season. He did.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Because if we lost any of these games, it would just be a deeper, almost impossible hole to dig out of.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone who did not have a good game today was Cade Stover. He had dropped the first pass of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Dropped a big one in the fourth quarter as well.
Which it did kind of, the first one, I could maybe cut him the slightest bit of slack because it did look like kind of an awkward throw. Mm-hmm. Like, it kind of looked like it was going to hit him in the helmet, and then it was like, wait, where's the ball? Mm-hmm. And then it just kind of dropped, and you're just like, oh, crap. But his second one was a little bit more egregious. Like, he should have caught that one.
Yeah.
And whatever, it's his first game back from breaking his foot or whatever he did. I'm happy to have him back. I think he and CJ have a stronger connection.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I would like to see how he does back now when CJ is also back. Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, like, Cade didn't have much time to practice with Davis Mills either. So he doesn't know his style. Mm-hmm. It's frustrating in the moment, but it's like you got to understand, like, this kid just came back from, like, severe injury. So he had maybe a week of practicing after rehab. And here he is. Yeah. So TBD on my opinion of Cade Stover. I like him. I really do. But now with Dalton Schultz being, like, reliable, it's nice to have that so that Cade Stover can have some room to kind of develop still. Because, I mean, like, he's only a second-year player. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah, second year.
Yeah. Yeah. So the offense did okay, like, did enough, you know. In the first half, it looked like they might do more than enough. Then they kind of shut it all down. But who really shut it down was the Texans' defense. They had Josh Allen in hell back there. The aforementioned, like, severed hand that turned out to be fine.
Our friend behind us was like, Josh Allen's going to have his nightmares haunted by Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter and the whole Texans defense. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Will Anderson had 2.5 sacks. Danielle Hunter had 2 sacks. The Texans defense as a whole had 8. That's the second most in an NFL game this season.
Crazy. Second to Myles Garrett, right?
As a team.
Never mind.
8 sacks in one game is second. the Broncos when they played the Jets had 9.
Ooh, yeah, that makes sense.
So the fact that like the Broncos defense sacked Justin Fields, who stands there and gets sacked 9 times, and you sacked Josh Allen, the like probably like second most unsackable quarterback,
Literally, yeah, the uncatchable man back there.
is very impressive. And Will Anderson now has 10.5 sacks on the season. He's 4th in the NFL. And Daniil Hunter has 11 sacks on the season. He's 3rd in the NFL. So
Crazy.
the Texans pass rushers, 2 in the top 5.
Crazy. Crazy. And it is just so cute every time. One of them gets a sack, they go up and they don't have like a handshake or anything. They just hug each other. It's so cute. I love it.
Oh, yeah. Kalen Bullock, 2 interceptions today, including the game winner. He forced that fumble on Khalil Shakir. And I have one last note about that and about Josh Allen being a little bit annoying. So they called that blindside block on Derek Barnett, right? And I was watching the play to kind of like figure out what happened. And I see the block and I'm like, okay, that was against the rules, right? But there's nothing malicious about it. He just kind of like ended up blocking him on the wrong side of his body. It was
Right.
fine. He didn't hit him. He hit him with his hands. He didn't even hit him with his shoulder or anything.
Right, like he got the penalty called and that was the right thing to have happened.
That was that. But then Kalen Bullock cuts back across the field, is running towards the right side of the goal line to the pylon. And Kamari Lassiter is lead blocking for him. But then is just kind of like just running towards the pylon with him. And Josh Allen runs up from behind and just spears Kamari Lassiter in the head, like from behind. It just hits him as hard as he can. Like hit him probably 150 times harder than Derek Barnett hit.
I didn't even see that.
I'll have to pull it up at some point, but it was just like, I don't know. I don't even know how I could find that, but it was just like, all right, man. Like I get it, like you're mad, but it's
Like,
kind
oh my gosh.
it's kind of hilarious that this is the way, like we get a penalty called on us, and then you end up getting, it's not gonna show on that. But then you end up being the one who hits harder than anybody else.
Yeah, you're the one who's actually like most of these penalties are put into place so that like players don't get hurt, or at least that's the goal, you know? Fair game, yes, but like, you know, keeping players safe, but like you could have really hurt him.
Yeah.
And then you're flopping all over the floor when something happens to you, or like, you know, it just is like, dude, like come on. You're making me lose respect for you. And I don't want to because you're such a good player.
Yeah.
But like, oh my gosh, don't be a jerk.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the Bills just are not good enough, I don't think. Like, the Texans owning them aside, like, they're just not talented enough on offense, I don't think. They're missing Dalton Kincaid tonight, which maybe is part of it. And Keon Coleman was a healthy scratch again. I don't know the exact reason why.
Couldn't tell you.
I mean, I know people had a bit of an issue with him dancing around on the sidelines during the game last week when he was suspended the first time. I don't know if the coaches wanted a different attitude out of him and they just decided to let it roll into Thursday night.
Couldn't tell you why.
Probably
could have used him.
I do know that they had 2 staff members for the Bills accompanying him on either side of him at all times during warm-ups.
Which is so weird.
He was never once left alone during warm-ups.
Like, what did he do? That's...
I have no idea. But I guess they were like monitoring him, like don't smile.
Don't dance.
Don't do anything. Don't smile.
You walk in here and you walk out.
Yeah.
Straight face.
But
He
yeah,
did, but...
you're right. They really could have used him. Like
Yeah.
he's
not like...
not an impact player by any stretch of the imagination as far like so far, right?
But he's an option.
Yeah, he's at least somebody else that you have to defend against. Because I think I don't even know who else they had out there. They had Gabe Davis,
Hawes or something like that.
Jackson Hawes, who is another tight end.
They love their tight ends.
Yeah, they all look exactly the same. They also had I think Elijah Moore is rolling around out there.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Ty Johnson
out of the backfield. I think they signed Mecole Hardman, the old Chiefs receiver. I think they signed him last week maybe, and he's already on the IR. So it's just like okay.
Good pickup.
They just don't have any weapons out there at all. And now they're, I don't know how accurate these percentages are, but it said that entering this game they had a 22% chance to win their division, Now that they've lost, that number is down to 15.5. I'm probably ready to call it.
I'm ready to call it too. I think the Patriots are on a roll, and their schedule looks pretty good going forward.
Yeah, I don't think the Patriots are in danger of losing any games outside of the Bills game and then the Ravens game.
Yeah.
And I think even if the Bills win the rest of their games and the Patriots lose those 2 games but win the rest, they'll be tied now. I don't know how the tiebreakers would shake out, but I don't know. It feels like you're going to need some help from the rest of the league if you want to retake this division.
Right.
And I don't know if you're going to find it in like the Jets and the Dolphins and Saints or whoever else the Patriots are playing, you know?
Yeah.
So this was a catastrophic loss for them.
Yeah, that was just backbreaking. This was a kind of a must-win for them.
Yeah. I mean, it was
a must-win for everyone.
It was a have-to-have a game for the Texans because their season's not over, but you would feel really, really, really bad about the outlook. But, like, the Bills, I don't even know if you feel like, oh, you have to have this. You probably just felt like we're going to win this game. You know?
Yeah.
Because, like, I was looking at
You're like this dysfunctional offense.
with a backup quarterback.
If you, like, if you tackle them in the red zone, you can stop them. Just make sure you block in the middle. Like, we got this. Like, they're not strong enough to beat us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, the defense may cause us some headaches, but, like, we can get past that. Like.
Yeah, it's Josh Allen. He's not going to get sacked 8 times. And then he did.
And then he did.
Yeah, I don't know. The Bills are in trouble now. I think they'll probably still make the playoffs just because.
It's the Bills.
Yeah, it's the Bills. But they're gonna run into some issues if they start to lose some other games and the Texans keep winning. Because now you don't have the tiebreaker. We have the tiebreaker over the Bills now. If they lose to the Patriots, like the Patriots obviously would have the tiebreaker over them, and that'll probably be definitely done in their division. But I don't know. I just don't know if this is going to be the year. I know they beat the Chiefs already, but the Chiefs might not even be the team they need to beat.
Right.
They might not even need to be worried about the Chiefs.
Right.
If I'm the Bills, and it's crazy to say, I'm hoping and praying that the Texans don't end up winning the division. Because you got to come back into NRG again, wild card weekend.
That is true.
You're going to get your ass beat.
Yeah.
So I think that the Bills have been worried about the Chiefs for so long, they forgot about their real father right in front of them the whole time.
Shout out to the guy that was behind us for the Thursday night tent or whatever. He was like, Buffalo, or yeah, there's Buffalo. Your new dad is standing right in front of you. It's the Texans. It's so funny.
Yeah. So, as for the Texans, though, they go above 500 for the first time this season at 6-5.
Which is weird, but
yeah, it's crazy. They're currently half a game back from the Jaguars right now. And they've got the whole season in front of them now. Like we said, we're excited to see how C.J. Stroud plugs back into this improved offense.
And hopefully surprises us for the better.
Yes. It's going to be... They still have a little bit of a slog here. They still have the Colts and the Chiefs.
And then the Cardinals at home after that.
Yeah. So if you can make it through, you should have a winnable game
in the
at
Cardinals.
home again. But you're going to be on the road the next 2 weeks. And it's going to be...
brutal.
Very brutal.
These are going to... Yeah. Like, I think even more so than this game is going to be a kicking and scratching fight. Because you got the Chiefs, who somehow always figure out a way to beat you. Historically.
Yeah.
In Arrowhead.
Yeah.
So it's not looking good. You're gonna have to break a pattern to win this game, and then you have to go and play the Colts at Lucas Oil Field, which is so hard because they're on a high this season. Yeah. They got the freaking Jim Irsay magic, something weird voodoo weirdness going on in there, and I don't know. It seems almost like, what are we doing? We haven't gotten a chance to face them, and we're not going to get to until week, 13?
Yeah.
Which is so late in the season to face them as like someone who's like the most important for us to beat.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. That one's probably, I would argue, might be worse than the Chiefs.
Well, and we'll find out this weekend because the Chiefs and the Colts play.
I guess, yeah. I guess we'll get a preview.
Yeah, we can. I think that's most of what we had on this game. If we want to talk about the Texans going forward, we can move on to that, and we can just. Oh, the only other thing on this game is that they did have a referee get carted off.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what happened to him. He looked like he was not able to put any weight on his left foot, but
It's something with his ankle. He was like pointing at his ankle or something. And they had to like get the card out and like pull him off, and then there were literally 2 more consecutive injuries after that. One for the Bills, one for the Texans.
Yeah.
And it was like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I think like
It's been 30 minutes.
I think like a minute of game clock elapsed in like the span of 20 to 30 minutes, and it was just like we were just sitting there waiting for them to clear all these players off, like just shovel them off the field. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Also, there's this one Bills fan who kept like sitting like 4 rows in front of us,
Oh, yeah, that guy.
and he would climb over the seats back towards us and then walk in front of our row, and like people in front of us would have to stand up every time. He went to the upstairs like concourse like 5 times. He was dressed like SpongeBob, but Bill's Mafia themed. I don't know how
It
else
was
to
very,
describe it.
very weird. Yeah, it was
He had
like
like a romper on or some shit like that.
okay, yeah, but like yeah, SpongeBob pattern, but also like Bill's logo.
Uh-huh.
It was interesting. I was like, okay, that's a first, but
Yeah.
pop off, do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I don't know.
but yeah, he just kept on getting up and up and up, and we're just like, where are you going?
Yeah.
Like, do you have to pee? Do you have to go like take a hit? Like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whatever you got to do, but like, just stop going in front of our row. Like,
Yeah,
just go
like,
to
just
the other
go to the
side.
side. Yeah.
Like, go do what you got to do. Like, I don't care, but
Yeah, it was annoying. So yeah, we don't have, and this is maybe something that we're gonna. I've been looking at analytics. All right, guys, I'm an analytics guy. And I've been looking at a lot of our content on TikTok mainly, but like also on our other socials like Instagram. Follow us, by the way. It's at on Kirby Drive, on TikTok and Instagram, and then at ANEOKD on, or you can just search Aaron and Ellie on Kirby Drive on YouTube. But I think we're going to go Meow Mix mode. Not retire, but I think we're going to take less time. I think just like for me, specifically, take less time to dig into every single game. And maybe this will change next year, but like especially now that we're getting into the games where like I'm looking right now at the schedule, I'm seeing the Seahawks play the Titans. I don't give a fuck about that. So like I don't know if I'm gonna be digging into like getting notes for every game and stuff like that. But we'll definitely spend the bulk of the time that we have on these podcasts talking about the Texans and how everything else happening in the league affects this playoff run.
right.
So we'll be a local podcast because a lot of the stuff that we post about the Texans gets traction and most other stuff does not. And also, I don't want to interact with Panthers fans anymore. So I don't know.
Y'all have driven him to
insanity.
If there's like breaking news or like a super notable thing that happened, then like
Yeah,
we'll talk about
We'll
it.
talk about the big stuff, but like I'm not gonna dig
like,
into
the stat line for this game is blah blah blah. This quarterback went blank for however many yards and however many touchdowns.
But I'm not gonna dig into this Atlanta New Orleans game. I'm not going to. You can't make me. So.
The gun to your head.
Yeah. That being said, there are some big games this weekend. Some that are notable and some that have direct impacts on the Texans. The first one is both. It's the Indianapolis Colts at the Kansas City Chiefs.
It's a big one. Seems like it shouldn't be a 12 o'clock game.
No, it really doesn't. And yet,
It's a weird. Why didn't they flex that to the 3 o'clock?
I don't know. I'm not sure if they can do that. I don't know the rules on all that. Yeah. I think the reason that our Colts friend was panicking so much is because he knows that as good as the Colts have played this season, right, against basically nobody's, but I don't want to take away from Jonathan Taylor's excellence.
He is excellent.
Yeah. As good as the Colts have been this season, I think people are forgetting, because of the bye week, that Daniel Jones played his worst game of the season against the Steelers, came back to play the Falcons, and didn't look that much better.
Didn't really pull it all together that well.
So, if it wasn't for Jonathan Taylor literally having the game of the season as a running back, they would have lost to the Falcons, who as we have learned, or as we maybe always knew in our hearts, are dog shit.
Yeah.
And I think what really, really, really is starting to nag at Colts fans, the ugly truth of this whole season, is that if the Colts lose this game, they will only be 2 games in front of the Texans for the division lead. The Texans
Having played us no times.
Yes, the Texans still have 2 games against the Colts. That division lead is meaningless until they finish those games against us.
So I think that they're starting to sweat.
Yeah.
They're not trying to let on. They're trying to pretend that they're confident, and that walk in the park.
Yeah.
Y'all are just another like stone that we have to kick along the path to the Super Bowl. But we're gonna be a big old boulder in your path.
Yes.
Because the division is really just if they lose if they lose Sunday, it's just 2 games away.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like maybe we're counting out the Jaguars a little bit, but I think I have every right to do that. So
we'll worry about them when we have to worry about them. But right now we're just focused on the Colts. Like we finished all of our games with our other 2 division rivals, which feels weird too.
Yeah.
But so now I'm fully focused on the Colts. Like it'll be what it is whenever we get down to it, and we'll keep like a kind of a side eye on the Jags, but
Nothing we can do about them now.
we have to lock in a little bit with the Colts. Like you just like put the Jags on the shelf for right now, and then
Yeah.
we got to focus on the Colts.
There's 2 angles we could approach this game from, right? I think like obviously like I spend so much time wrestling with these things where I'm like, who do I cheer for to win? Who do I want to win? And it's like, hey idiot, it doesn't matter. Like whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. And you just don't have to feel bad either way you wanted it to happen, you know?
Right.
On the one hand, if you're just looking to get into the playoffs, right? Like you might want the Chiefs to lose.
Right.
Because they're right behind you in the playoff standings. And you'll still have a game in hand against them as well. But, you know, the more losses they have, the less teams there are clogging up that wild card race, you know? But if you want to take the big shot, you want Patrick Mahomes to get it figured out for at least one more game. To take down the Colts and open it up for a division game in Indy next weekend where you might pull within 1 game of the Colts after they had at most like a 3.5 game lead on you. At one time a 3.5 game lead, and now you could shrink it to 1.
Yeah. That'll be devastating for them. But I mean, yeah, I honestly want the Chiefs to win this game. I feel like the Chiefs have been really confusing this season. And I feel like just like even if they do win the game, I'm not gonna be like, well, that's it. It's the Super Bowl for them. Like they still have to convince me that they can like pull it out a few more times.
Right. They forfeited the I think against the Broncos last weekend they forfeited their like, oh yeah, they'll figure it out status, right?
Right.
I need to actually see them do it now.
Exactly. Like they're losing that ability that they once had. And I need to see them have it again before I'm like really scared of them.
Yeah.
I'm still scared of them. Trust. When we go and play them in Arrowhead, I'm going to be peeing my pants. But like, you know, like for Super Bowl runs and everything, like I'm going to need to see a little bit more. So at this point, the Colts are more of an imminent threat to us. So I think, yeah. I mean, I'm going to say Chiefs are going to win this game, and I want the Chiefs to win this game.
Yeah.
They're at home. They're pissed that they're at 500.
Yeah.
And they need to pull it together or their season's over.
Yeah. Yeah, if they lose this game, you're probably finished.
Yeah.
Especially after the Texans won today. Like.
And the Colts know that. So, I don't know. As the Chiefs, you just got to be prepared for the run for Jonathan Taylor anywhere on the field. because he's going to be the one who's going to have to win this game for them.
Yeah, I think we've talked about this before about the Colts, but I think they're done winning on the arm of Daniel Jones. I think it's the rest of the way. I think it might just have to be in spite of him rather than because of him. As much as it ever was because of him in the first place. I'm suspicious, but I don't know. Maybe it was. Maybe it still will be, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the Colts run away with this division.
Yeah, and maybe Daniel Jones just, everyone has off weeks. I mean, everyone has bad days.
Yeah.
As Hannah Montana says.
Maybe Daniel Jones had 58 to 70 off weeks in a row. Then he had his 6 regular weeks or whatever, and then he had 2 more off weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the case. Maybe his regular is the first part of this Colts season, and that's the only time we've seen it.
True.
He just had a couple 100 bad weeks before that.
It happens.
Yeah. So hopefully the Chiefs can get it done, because I would love for that division game next weekend to really put some pressure on the Colts.
It just make it exciting a little bit too,
Yeah.
You can't have it that easy.
The next game that has pseudo implications, Pittsburgh and Chicago. I don't know. What I think about this game, whoever loses this game, I'm officially done with. I'm probably already done with the Steelers, right? I think we've agreed that they're just not good.
Yeah.
But I think if the Bears lose this game, I'm kind of all right, you had a good run.
Yeah. I mean, they'd have the same record as the Bills.
This is correct, but they have not played the same schedule as the Bills.
They have not. True. They both played the Ravens, but the Bills beat the Ravens and they did not.
Yeah, and the Bills also played the Ravens with Lamar Jackson, and the Bears did not. So
That is also true. Awkward.
So, not the same schedule. I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna try and play, is what they said. He's got a broken wrist or something like that.
Which is, I guess, better than watching what's his face go out there.
Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, I
But
don't know.
whatever. I don't know. I'm done watching the Steelers in general. I don't believe in them. I don't believe in their in their record.
The cheapest ticket to this game is $363.
Are you serious?
That is
Where is it?
great. In Soldier Field.
Why is it so expensive? Maybe because the Bears are 7-3.
I guess, I don't know. Chicago fans, is it normally that expensive to get into Soldier Field? That seems crazy to me.
That is a huge barrier to entry.
Yeah, man.
That is crazy. But dang, I don't know. I'm excited for the Bears and the run that they have, and that they have going on. I don't know. I feel like it'd be fun. I'm always a proponent for a team that usually doesn't have a chance to be in the spotlight as much.
Yeah.
Hasn't been good in the past, to kind of become better and show that they can kind of stand with the big dogs. And I don't know. It's been fun to see the Bears kind of go on this run, in whatever way they've looked. If it's games that they're just kind of pulling together by, just, I don't know, walking on the wire halfway through their games.
Eking out wins over the Vikings and
Yeah.
the Raiders and stuff like that.
Exactly. Then, I mean, so be it, A win's a win in this league. So, and that's all it takes.
Yeah. I mean, I think we talked last week about how the Bears need this win. Because it's this game and the Browns. Everything else is going to be a dogfight. Where I think they are probably the worst team in the rest of their games. And they're going to need to pull something crazy to make it into the playoffs if they lose this game. So, I don't know. If the Steelers win this game, it's going to be pandemonium in the AFC. Then we're really going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
Especially because the Ravens are playing the Jets. It's all going to be a mess.
Chaos.
So we do need the Steelers to lose, because as a human being, I don't want 2 AFC North teams in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then as a Texans fan, it's going to clog everything up if the Steelers and the Ravens are vying for a wild card spot and the division title.
Yeah.
So I want the Bears to win. I think the Bears will win.
I think they can do it.
I just, when I say whichever one of these teams loses, I'm officially done with. Also know that I don't think there's a way you could impress me enough to believe in you in this game either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If the Bears win, cool. I think you fought hard enough to like earn yourself another game where I have to like consider you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think the Bears are probably a couple of years away or like a year away from making some real noise in the playoffs.
Right.
I think they're kind of like the Texans were the first year that C.J. Stroud was here.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of like
we're just running on the high right
Yeah.
now.
You're having a good time.
Yeah, you got a new coach. He's bringing in some new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Your newish quarterback is starting to kind of click in with the game a little bit, catching a rhythm, and you're like, all right, let's see how far we can take this.
Yeah. So I'll probably pick the Bears there.
I'm picking the Bears as well.
And then we'll still make all our picks, like, because it doesn't take any time at all. Just think about these games.
Yeah.
And I'll post it on Sundays again, like usual. But, yeah,
This has got so much hair.
the Patriots play the Bengals with no Jamar Chase and no Joe Burrow, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, come on.
That's another win for the Patriots. We don't need to talk about that game. Same thing for the Ravens at the Jets.
Oh, come on, dude.
I
Same
mean,
for the next one. Gosh.
Yeah, so there's a couple games here that we're not missing much on. Yeah, I don't know. Like, Baltimore looked bad last week, but I think maybe that's just playing against that Cleveland defense. I don't think the Jets defense is anywhere near that good. So I think if things shake out the way that we think they will, they'll probably tie the Steelers for the division lead this week.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they play them next week. I think they might. So
Yeah.
hopefully things are like we're going to start seeing the AFC North solidify into something that we like to see, not just the Steelers leading.
Right.
Yeah, Seahawks, Titans.
Seahawks, dude.
Seahawks all the way. The Titans are sad.
Titans are so sad. I was in Tennessee, and I didn't see no one supporting any type of any Titans thing. I saw one billboard that was a Bud Light billboard or whatever, and it had a picture of like a Bud Light bottle, and it said "Tighten up."
Yeah, that's
And
their.
I was like, super.
That's their slogan or whatever, which is so
I
stupid.
don't like that. That makes me feel weird.
No.
Tighten what?
I don't know. It's kind of like whenever what's his name, that Seth guy, said his Colts anthem was talking about we're gonna tighten our grip on them, and it's like, all right, we're really gonna talk about stroking their shit right now. Okay,
Yeah, well, don't make your phrase "tighten up." That's crazy. But anyways, yeah, and there's like a bunch of construction going on near Nissan Stadium.
They're
really
trying to
weird.
bury it under the earth or something like that.
Probably, yeah, digging a hole around it so it just.
Yeah, sinks into the floor.
But their colors are so sick. They will never not be sick.
Yeah.
Anyways.
If they had less gray, I think.
Yes, and they had less like medieval shoulder pad design. Like.
Yeah, they need to
Gross,
rebrand
guys.
immediately.
Gross, guys. Anyway, sorry.
Minnesota, Green Bay.
That could be a good one. It's a division game.
Yeah, I don't think that.
I think it could be a pretty evenly matched game because I don't have confidence in the Packers that I once did. And the Vikings, if 9 shows up,
For more than the last drive.
then maybe they could get it done. If 9 doesn't show up, it's the Packers game.
Rich Eisen is outraged by J.J. McCarthy criticism. Okay.
What?
All right, Rich. I'm going to let you have the benefit of the doubt because I think you're cool.
Please.
There was one thing where, speaking of this game, where is it at? Yeah, so we talked last time about how Chris Carter, Vikings legend, said this dude sucks or whatever, right? Did you watch the first 59 minutes? Thumbs down emoji, right? J.J. McCarthy's personal quarterbacks coach has issued an apology because he responded to this criticism of the guy he coaches and says that Chris Carter is a fucking clown.
Reacted emotionally and called Carter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
He says to Minnesota Vikings Hall of Famer, yeah. I would be like, yeah, keep my name out your mouth when you're defending J.J. McCarthy.
Yikes.
To Minnesota Vikings Hall of Famer Chris Carter and the Vikings faithful, I want to offer my sincere apology for my recent remark directed toward Mr. Carter, in which I referred to him as a fucking clown.
That's crazy to include that in the apology.
In response to his comments about the Vikings quarterback play.
Please, just
One
say JJ.
quarterback in particular, actually, I think.
I think just one.
While I will always stand up for someone I love like my own son, so it is just the one. My choice of words was completely unacceptable. Okay, blah, 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 blah. My reaction was unprofessional, disrespectful, and far below the standards I hold for myself. I allowed my emotions to get the better of me, and in doing so, I disrespected not only Mr. Carter, a Hall of Famer and legend of the game, that's important,
That is very important.
but also the Minnesota Vikings community, who probably are bigger fans of Chris Carter than J.J. McCarthy at this
I
point.
would probably say so.
So, good call. Chris Carter has earned a level of respect that my comments did not reflect. Correct. And for that, I'm truly sorry. My intention was to defend someone I care deeply about. You already said that. But the way I did so was wrong, and I take full responsibility for it. I appreciate the passion of the Vikings faithful, which means you guys starting to kill my family. And I have to say that rocks because I'm apologizing to you. And I hope this demonstrates my respect for both Mr. Carter and the fan base. Moving forward, I will strive to communicate with the class, professionalism, and respect that the situation and the people involved deserve. Sincerely, Greg Holcomb. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. It feels pretty innocuous, but
Drama.
yeah. Yeah, again, we're having the graphics off here. It's just like I want to start a contest, I think, where we just have like you don't lie, you don't just like grab somebody's thing and just say like AIDS bomb or something like that, you know? But like you find like a regular story and you try and you make like the most ridiculous one-word graphic you can to pitch it, you know?
Yeah.
Which I guess is just like a creative writing or like journalism practice thing, but like throw journalistic integrity out the window and just say like, what is the most extreme graphic that you can make, you know?
Yeah.
Because like this is stupid drama with a grayed out pace.
It'd be funny if they put effing clown instead of drama.
That's true. They missed out.
Crap. That was a good one that they could have done.
Yeah. So everybody's crashing out about J.J. McCarthy's play.
Yeah, but I have to agree with Chris Carter. Did you watch the first 59 minutes?
Hopefully not. Hopefully your children were not watching.
Yeah, hopefully not.
But the Packers need to win this game. I think the Vikings are done. Mm-hmm. They're 4-6. They're
Yeah.
We're gonna say the Cowboys are technically still in it, the Vikings are technically still in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have like a 1% chance to make the playoffs. They'll need to win the rest of their games at this point. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna get it done here.
I just don't think it's their season right now.
Nope.
I think this might be the Packers game to win. Hopefully.
Yeah. Same thing with the Lions and Giants game.
The Lions got to win it. They're 6-4.
They need it badly, and I don't think the Giants can stop them from taking it from them. So.
I unfortunately do not think so. And what's his face? Jackson Dart's not playing, right?
Yeah, I think Jameis Winston's still in.
Jameis. It's Jameis time. And they're at
they're in the dome.
they're at Ford Field.
They're in the dome, so
They're
they can
ready.
actually play football this time.
They're ready.
Oh man, Aiden Hutchinson 7.5 sacks. Wow. Do you remember when he had 5 sacks in one game last year?
I do remember that.
And people swore he would have led the league in sacks if he hadn't broken his leg.
Which is it was a pretty atrocious break, gotta say.
And then through like 11 games this season, he has 7.5 sacks. So it's like probably not.
Oh, he was a limited participant on Thursday.
Mm.
So we'll see, I guess, what happens today.
Yeah, we're time traveling right now, but yeah. He's got a clear concussion protocol.
Mm-hmm.
Because, CJ was a limited participant yesterday, I think.
Oh, okay.
But I think that's what they were saying is, like, if the game had been on Sunday, he would have played because of that. So, maybe.
So maybe Jackson Dart's good to play.
Yeah, and hopefully so, because otherwise I don't... Like, Jameis Winston is not the same Jameis Winston that we've been watching.
Right.
Like...
He's not the fun Jameis.
No.
He just got to... He used to just sling it.
Mm-hmm.
But now...
Yeah, he got LASIK and it ruined everything.
He did?
Or he got LASIK and it ruined everything.
Oh.
Now he can see linebackers and it sucks.
Yeah, he got LASIK.
Yeah, he peed everywhere on the field. Speaking of peeing everywhere on the field, Jacksonville at Arizona. I think the Cardinals are going to win this game.
You think so?
I think it'd be hilarious if they did.
It would be hilarious.
And so I think they will. Because when you think about the Jaguars, you think, I wonder what happened to them.
It's true.
Picture the most hilarious thing you can think of.
I can't say definitively that I think Jacksonville will win this game.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
They looked very impressive against the Chargers.
Very. I will give them that.
But again, I think we've made it clear on this podcast that we are not Chargers fans.
No.
And then I think that their free fall has been delayed momentarily by wins over the Dolphins, barely, and then the Vikings and a bunch of shitty other teams.
Yeah.
And I think the Jaguars coming to town and beating their ass was the start of a very precipitous drop for them. So I don't know how much to take away from that Jaguars performance because they did not look like that against the Texans.
Yeah.
And the Cardinals are not good. And I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is out again with his appendectomy.
Oh, for real? Gosh, is he okay?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you... Some of these things that happen where, like, who was going to play? Bucky Irving or... No, Trey Benson might play in this game. And he had, like, arthroscopic surgery on his knee in week 4. And I'm trying to, like, walk around. I can't do it still. I tore my MCL in what? May? The end of May? Memorial Day?
Yeah.
I can't walk around, really. I have to think very carefully about when I'm going to stand up. And, like, if I were to bend my knee all the way right now, like, I would not be able to... Like, there's still swelling on the inside of my knee. I can't imagine, like, getting, like, an invasive surgery in your midsection and then playing football.
They can go laparoscopically.
Okay.
So they stick, like, things inside of you, like they have like little holes. I think like 2 or 3 holes. And they go in with the little, like, grabbers and, like, little blades, and they'll do it that way. So it's, like, it's minimally invasive.
Okay. I see. Even still, I can't imagine playing football after that. Especially Trey Benson, like, after getting I think it's the same thing, right? Arthroscopic knee surgery is, like, the same thing, where you get, like, you're not, like, opening the knee, but, like, you're scoping.
Yeah.
But still, I can't imagine that. I don't know how they do it.
No, yeah, that's still terrifying.
Let's see how much they give the Jaguars a chance to win. 54%. So.
Well,
We'll see.
it could be more for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm picking the Cardinals in that game, just because I think it'd be funny.
Okay.
The big story, though, of this weekend is Cleveland at Las Vegas.
Did Gillen I'm call him that. Did Dylan Gabriel clear concussion protocol?
He did not. Shador Sanders will start this weekend.
Did he get to practice with the starting team?
Yes, he did.
Wow, that's a big step.
Yeah, Stefanski confirmed Shador will start for Browns versus Raiders.
This is
the team where, if you're paying attention to what Shador was tweeting, every time the Raiders would lose a game last year, Shador would tweet like a prayer or like a blessing or something like that.
Right.
Hoping, like, and the insinuation was that he was going to be drafted by the Raiders with the very high draft pick that they were getting by losing. They passed on him like 7 times before he ended up getting picked by the Browns. And so now it's time to get revenge.
This has to be Shador's revenge game / his I'll show you from how you've been treating me this whole season to the Browns.
Yeah.
This has to be Shador's just breakthrough game or semi-competent looking game.
Yes, I'm hoping and praying that that's the case. There's a lot of people that are very excited in the Browns comments, and I'm really happy.
That's good.
That they can finally have something.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm glad.
I don't know. I don't know if he can possibly play well enough to keep the starting job through this, like, Dylan Gabriel recovery.
I don't know.
I don't think that there is a way, like, just the way that they've been operating. The fact that Kevin Stefanski said that Dylan Gabriel will start when he returns.
Yeah.
I don't think that he can play his way into getting this job right now.
I guess those 4 games at the end of the season were just lies.
Well, we're not there yet.
I guess
we're not there yet.
I guess not.
We got a little ways to go, thank God, before we're 4 games left in the season. We're well over halfway now.
Yeah.
It's a little bit sad.
I mean, shoot, just 2 more games after this, and then it's like, according to their rules of what they want to do with Shador, he has 2 more games to play Dylan Gabriel. So it's this one, which Dylan Gabriel will not get to play. And then if he doesn't get the next one, then he doesn't get to finish the season at all, according to Kevin Stefanski. So, I mean, are we going to go back on our words?
Probably.
Yeah. I don't trust anything that man says.
Yeah. Yes, I'm hoping that he can look better against a bad Raiders defense. Max Crosby's going to be a problem, as always, but I don't know. I think that he can be good. I really do believe that, right? And I'm hoping that that's the case. the only caveat I'll give to that is this could not be my life's work. So the truth is, like, I think no matter what happens this season, I think that if Shedeur Sanders plays like he did against the Ravens the next couple games, I think the Browns are picking a new quarterback next year, and that's it. Yeah.
You think they're gonna trade Shedeur?
I don't know, because I will not care anymore at that point. Like, if he continues to throw 25% completion percentage.
I mean, if he continues to be bad, then I guess you know. I mean, but I would like to see how he does on another team. If he's bad, I won't give up on him yet. I need to see him on another team that wants him, to where they set him up for success, to see how he does.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Because he and Dylan Gabriel have just been screwed over this whole time.
Yeah.
So, but Dylan Gabriel's gotten to reap the benefits a little bit more in the idea of having play time.
Yeah, and the benefits being having to play for the Cleveland Browns, you know.
So, I guess positives, negatives. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm not fully done with Shedeur after this season. I want to see him in a better situation.
And I don't want to be either. Like, I think it just depends on what's it called? It just depends on how the rest how it plays out, you know. Mm-hmm. You need to see real concrete progress, or that this Ravens game was a fluke, or else it's gonna be a tough sell for me to be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna. Certainly, if he goes to another team and he's not starting right away, I'm gonna just wipe my brain clean of it. You know, I'm not gonna do this again for a whole season and be like, when is Shedeur gonna play? You know.
Yeah.
That being said, I think he can play well, and I hope he does. And then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. The Raiders, there's nothing to be excited about.
No.
So, this game is not about you.
Hopefully Ashton Genty can just show that he can be a running back. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I have on this game. Falcons at Saints. Ugh.
Don't care.
Don't really care about that game. Eagles at Dallas.
This is make or break for the Cowboys.
Truly is.
I mean, they just have to win. I think...
Then they'd be tied.
With who? Oh, an even record.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess I didn't really conceptualize what this Cowboys playoff run was going to be like whenever we were talking about it last episode.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it was they just need to win these couple games and they'll have a chance. And then you think okay, the first game is against the Eagles, probably not making the playoffs.
Yeah.
So
not a good start to the season, but they looked okay against the Eagles.
They did look okay, and the Eagles have not looked okay. And
they haven't been convincing.
Apparently, more than one member of the offense is upset with Jalen Hurts' unwillingness to take risks and shots down the field.
Devonta Smith?
I don't know. There's no names attached right now.
They just said someone?
Yeah.
That's so Eagles of them.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of that.
I don't know. Jalen Hurts better step it up.
It hasn't seemed to matter so far. They just find a way to win games.
Yeah. And they're freaking 8-2. It's the best in the league, right?
Well, yeah. No. The other AFC teams are 9-2.
Oh.
But yeah, essentially they're tied for the least losses in the league. With a lot of teams though. Just the next game, Rams at Tampa Bay. That's Sunday Night Football. It's gonna be a good game, maybe.
I think so. Tampa may just end up being embarrassed. I think the Rams will win. Just maybe, hopefully, it'll be a good game.
Yeah, it's gonna be these last two games. So it's Tampa Bay at the Rams for Sunday night, and then it's Carolina at San Francisco on Monday night.
Oh my Lord!
And so we could be looking at a 2-day stretch where somehow catastrophically the Panthers are in the playoffs.
No! Oh no! You're so right.
They'll probably, at the very least, end up tied. Because I do think the Rams will beat the Buccaneers. I think Bucky Irving might be coming back. I don't know. He was...
Oh, hopefully so.
He was limited at practice. I don't know if they've activated his...
It still has Rashad White as... Oh, well, hold
that's
on.
leading rusher. Let's check the full injury report.
Go ahead.
Because I saw something about, what the heck is this?
Here, I've got it. Don't you worry.
All the teams?
That's crazy to have all the teams on one. Yeesh.
Who am I even looking for right now?
Bucky, here, I got you. Limited at Thursday practice. Remains on track to have a chance to return on Sunday against the Rams. His status will need to continue to be monitored at practice on Friday to end the week.
Okay. So, maybe he comes back. Maybe that is like a boost to their offense because they do need help.
Yeah.
Badly.
Apparently, when asked about Irving and wide receiver Chris Godwin, on Thursday, offensive coordinator Josh Grizzard told Scott Smith of the Buccaneers official site that it'll be unfair, quote, unfair to immediately ask them to play 50 snaps, and the team will, quote, figure out how much they can handle as it goes.
Okay. So they're probably, even if they do come back, they'll probably be on a snap count. Yeah, I don't know.
Rashad White will remain on hand to continue handling RB reps until Irving is healthy and back to normal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just think the Rams are probably the best team in the NFL right now.
I would believe so, yeah.
And I think the Buccaneers might be a little bit far from it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know what to say about that other than that's going to be rough for the Buccaneers because they'll probably fall to 6-5.
Mm-hmm.
And that means that
the Panthers can go up and grasp that division.
Mm-hmm. I don't think they'll beat the 49ers at home. Like, I think that
I don't think so either.
I think it's going a little too well. Again, if they were playing the Falcons this week, maybe they'd win.
Maybe.
But if I had to bet, I'd probably go ahead and say that Bryce Young's going to throw for anywhere between 120 and 140 yards this week. Like, that's just... And when he does... The only good thing about this is when he does that shit in prime time, everyone will understand.
Everyone. Hopefully.
The only good news for Panthers fans is if he does repeat his performance from last week, then everybody... That's the last image that they have of him, is him throwing for, 400 yards in prime time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it'll happen. I think that the 49ers defense is... I don't know, not better than the Falcons. I guess they're just not the Falcons. I don't know why.
I don't know why the Falcons can't hold it together. They have every reason to hold it together, but they just cannot.
Yeah. Because I think the Falcons were the number one defense against the pass before they played Bryce Young. And he just has their number for some reason.
No clue. I mean, those division rivalries.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense half the time. But yeah, those will be two very interesting games.
Mm-hmm.
With interesting implications.
Yeah, so I think like a perfect weekend for the Texans would go the Cardinals beating the Jaguars, the Ravens beating the Jets, the Chiefs beating the Colts, and then the Bears beating the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
None of that is out of the realm of possibility.
Right.
Which is good.
Attainable.
That's where you want to be, right?
True.
And that sets you up for your week 13 showdown with the Colts to pull within one of the division. I thought I saw something that this was getting flexed to Sunday night. Is that
what?
The later one? The Colts Texans?
Is it really?
I don't know. Let me see. It might have been. It still says noon on here. So.
And we have to be on Sunday night. Please don't do that to us.
Texans still play the Raiders too. When do we
Oh,
play
that's right. We still do have to play the Raiders.
We play the Colts week 18.
Gosh, the last game of the season. Why do we always play them in the last game of the season?
Yeah, I think if things go the way that I hope they will, that will be a Sunday night game to end the season.
Shoot.
That might be game 256 or whatever. So we'll see.
I mean, it would be a good game to flex if we beat them at Lucas Oil.
Mm-hmm.
And if they lose to the Chiefs. That would be a really good game to have. But then it could also be super embarrassing. So
who do the Colts play after? So they're going to play the Chiefs, they'll play the Texans, then they'll play the Jaguars. And then Seahawks, then 49ers, then Jaguars, and Texans.
Okay, so Seahawks.
The Colts are going to be struggling here. Because even the Jaguars are a decent team, right?
Yeah.
We can pretend that they're bad, but...
They have to play them twice, too. Dang, they've had no division games.
Yeah.
They've just finished up their Titans
series, yeah.
Crazy. All right, I guess we'll see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. I'm interested to see.
Yes, it'll be a great weekend of football. It's always great when you win on Thursday, when you can just chill out and watch the chaos unfold on Sunday.
Truly.
But who knows? This will be a better weekend than most for Texans fans, and I'm glad that we are all here together to experience it. So,
True.
it is currently 2:39 a.m.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we have to get off here.
and I have to be at work in like 3 hours, and I still need to shower and edit this. So,
You're not making the carrots.
yeah, I guess not.
He has to make carrots for a work party, and I don't think those are going to be made.
I don't have any carrots here, so
Oh, so yeah, those definitely aren't going to be made.
that's why I was asking what time the grocery store's open because I might have to go out in the morning.
Girl, you're not getting carrots. Just bring the cheesecake that you got.
Yeah, that'll be what I do.
You brought something.
Yeah.
If they want carrots, they can go. We have some carrots in the garage.
Yeah, they're dried out now, unfortunately. I never processed them. They're probably really woody anyway. They'd been in the ground for so long.
Oh.
But I don't know. Anyways, it's been a great night in Houston. We had a lot of fun.
We did.
Hopefully you guys got to enjoy it wherever you were. If you went to the game, let us know how you felt. And if you watched it at home, let us know how the broadcast was.
Exactly.
But we've been getting a lot of traction on TikTok for a lot of our Houston stuff, so if you're a Texans fan, this is the place for you to be.
Let us know what you want to see. Let us know what you want us to talk about.
Yeah.
talking points.
Ideas for the podcast, like formatting. We're really just kind of freewheeling right now.
Yeah.
And we don't want to steal from podcasts that we listen to already, so like I'm staying away from things that like I've seen done before. And again, like it's been a lot of work, but it's been a lot of fun too. So yeah. Anyways, that's been us. I've been Aaron.
I've been Ellie.
This has been Aaron and Ellie on Kirby Drive. Thank you so much for listening.
Bye.